Good morning, children. Today is your EVS class, and before taking the class, let me ask you one question. How do you feel when you see greenery, many trees? Like in our university, we have many trees. How do you feel when you see it? You feel good. It gives a very pleasant scenario. So today we will be reading a story, that is story of Amrita. Amrita is a small girl and she used to live in Khejadli village. Where is this Khejadli village situated? It is situated in Rajasthan. So this is Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, there is a place called Jodhpur, and from Jodhpur, if you go 26 kilometers, you see there is a village called Khejadli. So in that village, all the villagers, they used to take great care of plants, animals and trees. This is a story which has taken place almost 300 years ago, and it is a true story. People used to take care of plants and trees and also animals. Goats, deers, hares, and peacocks. They roamed fearlessly in this village. Which village is it? Khejadli village. The people of village remembered what their elders said. अगर पेड़ है तो हम हैं. What did the villagers say? अगर पेड़ है तो हम हैं. Plants and animals can survive without us, but we cannot survive without them. And how true. Plants give us fruits. They don't eat by themselves. Plants give us shade. So the villagers said, अगर पेड़ है तो हम हैं. Plants and animals can survive without us, but we cannot survive without them. So Amrita was a small girl living in that village, and every day she used to get up early morning and greet the trees. They were her friends. She would choose a special tree for the day. She would put her arms around the tree trunk and whisper to the tree, "Friend, you are strong and beautiful. You care for us. Thank you, tree. I love you very much. Give your strength to me also." Like Amrita, the other children had also their special trees. And why do you think she said, "Friend, you are strong and beautiful, you care for us"? Why are trees special to us? They provide us oxygen, they provide us food, they provide us shade, and they provide shelter to many birds and animals. So Amrita grew up in that village. Days went by and Amrita was now grown up. One day she went to greet the trees, and there she saw some soldiers trying to cut the trees. She asked him, "Who are you?" Then they said that the king had sent them to cut the trees for wood, and the wood was needed for building the palace. Amrita was shocked. She went to the tree. She put her arms around the tree and hugged it tightly. The men shouted at her, threatened her, but she did not leave the tree. She said, "The price of the tree is more than my head." Seeing her, her daughters, and hundreds of villagers, old and young, they hugged the trees to protect the trees. It was king's orders, and the soldiers had to obey his orders. So they killed Amrita, her three daughters, and 363 villagers for cutting down the trees. When the king heard of this, he could not believe that people gave up their life for trees. He then visited and learned himself about the villagers' respect for trees and animals. Even today, almost 300 years later, people of this area called Bishnois continue to protect plants and animals. Even though Rajasthan is a desert area, in this desert area where there are no trees, Khijadli village is the area which is filled with greenery and animals roam freely without fear. Jodhpur has got the highest number of deers and even uh, birds are free to move in this area. This is a khejri or khejadi tree, which is a state tree of Rajasthan. Now, why only khejadi tree and not other trees? The khejadi tree, it adapts very well to the desert conditions. In deserts, there is not much water. There is scarcity of water. So the roots of the khejadi tree, they go down into the earth to reach the water, so they can survive in the desert area. They have edible pods, that is bean beans. Okay, the people cook and eat its fruits. Next is its wood is not affected by insects, and the leaves are used for fodder. Fodder is the food for animals. So its fruits, wood, leaves, and even the bark. The bark of the tree is consumed in the times of famine. Famine means there is scarcity of food, very less food to eat when there are no rains at all, there is no water at all. So the bark of this tree is eaten by the people for them to survive. Now, khejadi tree is also used for medicinal purposes. So Bishnais, they protect these trees, and it is also called as Kalpataru, or the king of the desert and wonder tree. Now this is for your information. Uh, I have got some pictures of the Khejadli village. This is the temple built for the people who were killed in the Khejadi massacre. And every year in September, the villagers offer prayers to the people who died during this incident. And villagers from the other villages too pour in to offer their respects. Now, it is very important to protect the trees and animals. As I've already said, they give us oxygen, they give us shade, they give us fruits. They are used for medicinal purposes. They provide us shelter. The wood of it is used in making furniture. They provide even shelter to many birds and animals. And we have also seen in lesson 1 where they build bamboo bridges. Even those bamboo sticks they get from the bamboo plants. So it is Vasudhaika Kutumbam. It is very necessary for us to protect all the trees and animals. Vasudhaika Kutumbam is the whole world is one single family. So we don't harm our family members. So trees and animals are also our family members and we should not harm them. And in India, the national festival called Van Mahotsav is held every year. That is, tree planting is done every year from July 1st to July 7th. Even in our state, that is Telangana state, Haritaharam was launched by Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. So this year, GHMC of Telangana has decided to plant 2.5 crore saplings. And they also said that every person has to plant at least 5 trees and should take care of them. So these are the things that we are doing to protect the environment, protect the trees and also environment. So you can just click on this link to watch the video of story of Amrita. So this is an animation created to just tell the story of Amrita. You can watch this also. And thank you for listening. Let us all plant trees and save the earth. Thank you. Have a nice day.